Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning back into today's video. If you're new, welcome. My name is Gifty. It's a pleasure to meet you. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning back into today's video. I really do appreciate the support and all the love you guys are showing. It's a blessing, so thank you guys so much. In today's video, I am going to just briefly talk about finding your foundation shade. I kind of want to start uploading videos on just answering general questions I get at work and just general makeup questions I tend to get from time to time. I think it would be a good platform to kind of just come on here, answer some questions, just everyday questions that you guys probably already know the answer to, but some of you may not, and just, you know, a refresher, a reminder, and to get a different perspective on answers to some of these questions. So I'm hoping I'll be consistent with this and like really keep it going, because I do want to help you guys as far as like certain things that comes to beauty and other things as well. But you know, this is just going to be something I do want to contribute to my channel. So that's just a little synopsis on where this is coming from. A pretty basic and general question that I tend to get, or that, you know, I'm sure people in the beauty world or as a consumer you might ask, is how do I find my foundation shade? My first thought and answer that comes to mind is just to try it on. I feel like there's no better way to figure out what shade of a product is going to match you than trying it on. Every brand and every company makes their products differently, different formulations, different ways in which they see color theory and undertones and all of that, and how that's going to translate onto someone's skin. I don't think it's enough to just kind of look at a bottle or even look at another person and kind of assume that it's going to be that how something looks on someone else is going to be how it looks on you. Just because our skin is different, our body chemistry is different, so how the chemicals or how the temperatures in our face reacts to our products is going to be different. So the best way to just flat out figure out what foundation shade would work best for you is by trying it on. I know at drugstores you cannot try on a product before actually purchasing it, just because they are on the lower end as far as price point, so you generally just have to take a guess. At least with that, you know, you can purchase the products. Generally, a lot of the drugstores have a good return policy where you can return your foundation within a certain time frame, as long as you have a proof of purchase or your receipt. In that sense, obviously you do have to kind of like look at, you know, based on the shade ranges that that brand might offer, kind of guessing and I guess comparing it to your hand or your chest to figure out what would be the best fit for you, and then working with that. But as far as, you know, more high-end makeup or like makeup that you'll find in like a department store or a freestanding store, it's always best to have, you know, your artist or your makeup consultants or beauty consultants try on the product on you, or if you're able to, try it on yourself and figure out where, you know, you want to match it to. So I generally like to recommend matching the product to your face or your neck or décolleté area, which is like, you know, your upper chest area meeting up to your neck. Some people have discoloration. Some people's face might be darker than their chest or their neck, and some people might have, you know, a darker neck and chest but a lighter face. So at that point I would recommend determining what you want your foundation to match to, whether that's your darker or lighter face or your darker or lighter chest. I think if you're someone who tends to wear more open chest clothing or outfits or more strapless outfits, I would recommend matching it to your chest, whether your chest is darker or lighter than your face, because, you know, you want to look like one. You want your face and your neck and your image to be one seamless look. So I would definitely recommend matching your foundation to that area. Now, if it's like a cooler season, or if you're someone who doesn't really, you know, wear open chested items, then I would recommend, you know, matching your foundation to your face in general. And even with that, some people have discoloration on their face. Some people have, like, you know, a lighter focal point in their face and like darker on the outer areas of their face, and vice versa. So really just gauging what your overall look is, or what your desired overall look would be, is really important. I'm not a big fan, and I just want to be honest, I'm not a big fan of like women of color, especially who want to look lighter, especially like chocolate people, or, you know, yeah, chocolate women especially, who come to counter and they ask you to match them, but then they want you to match them to something lighter than their skin tone. Like, I just, like, that really hurts me inside, and I feel like I'm like, it's like a shot to my soul, you know, because I just feel like why, you know. I'm sure this is like another conversation, another topic, but just for what it is, it hurts me inside, because I'm just like, your beauty, your chocolate, your depth of skin is so beautiful. Embrace that. Like, why do you feel like you have to look lighter to appeal to whatever, to appeal to whomever? That's just another topic for another day. So yeah, that just is something I want to like, you know, talk about. But overall, I just feel like it's really important to match your foundation to your general skin tone, and to, you know, what's realistic to you. As far as undertones, I feel like as a consumer, sometimes it's hard to, you know the difference between undertones and what that looks like and all that stuff. You're more so just concerned about, okay, does this look like my skin color? And I completely like agree with that, because I just feel like in general, like that's what you're in store for. I think as artists it's different because we see things differently. We're used to seeing, because of the products we're working with and how they're formulated, and through understanding like color theory and how that translates to skin tones and undertones in the skin. That's, I think, where, you know, as an artist, you know, you want to really use those detailed nuances to really cater to the person who, or the client that you're helping skin tone. But as a consumer in general, this is what this video is catered toward, is to just understand the importance of, you know, finding a foundation that matches you, even if you don't necessarily understand undertone. Bottom line answer for this question is to try it on, determine whether or not you want to match it to your face or your neck, depending on, you know, if there's discoloration. If you are one color and you match, then perfect. You don't have to worry about, you know, matching it from you don't have to worry about matching it to a lighter or darker area of your face or your body, whatever the case may be. You just have to match it perfectly to your face, and then boom, you're good. I personally am grateful that I don't have to, like, I don't have a darker neck, generally speaking, so I just match my foundations to my face and call it a day. I have seen a lot of people or customers say that it's good to match it to your wrist, or I know when I worked at Sephora, we would match it to like your jawline area and all that stuff. I feel like the wrist is just, I personally don't feel like that's really helpful, just because you're not wearing your foundation right here, and as you can see, my wrist is lighter than my face, so I don't see how that's like a good representation of what a foundation is going to look like on my face. I just personally don't see it to be really effective. So if you find that it works for you, that's awesome, but I just don't find like I don't feel like it's really effective. The jawline area, I think, can be a good fit if you, again, are one shade between your jawline, your face, and your neck, and then boom, you're good. But yeah, otherwise, just, yeah, applying it on. And it's the one thing I love about, you know, where I'm working is the fact that, you know, we apply the product all over, because you can swatch something in one area and it'll sit well, and I've had that happen where, you know, I'll apply a product on a customer or on a client and it fits right here and it looks good right here, but then when you apply it all over, it kind of washes them out, or it's too light or it's too dark, whatever the case may be. So that's why I just say really try it on all over, kind of see how your skin, your body chemistry, your body temperature reacts to the product, see how it sits before making the purchase. I hope I was able to be helpful and answer your question as far as, you know, finding the right foundation. If you have any other questions, or if there are any aspects of this question that I didn't really answer in its entirety, please leave it down below, and I'm hoping I can, you know, help with that. And if you guys have any other tips or other answers, please leave it down below, because I don't know it all. So I'm just sharing with you my knowledge, my experience on this question, and what I find to be true for me. So again, thank you so much for watching this video. If it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one.